So today we're going to show you guys how to make a letterhead in Adobe InDesign. Now once you have InDesign up, you're going to want to go to File, New Document, and then where it says Document Preset, we're going to want to change that from Default to Custom. Now after that, we're going to go down to Margins and unlock the margins by clicking this button, and we'll change them to fit a typical letterhead. So top can be 1.5, bottom 0.5, and then we'll make the inside and outside margins 0.25. Now after that, we'll save our preset. We can title it letterhead, click OK again, and then here we have our document. Now after that, we're going to want to create some guidelines for our letterhead, and we can do that by going up to the top here and hovering over this ruler. Now once we're hovering over it with our cursor, we can pull down, and we'll want to set this to 0.25, which is what we just set in our margin presets. Now after that, we're going to want to do the same thing with these two sides by going over here to this ruler, pulling it to 0.25, and then doing the same thing with this other side. And you'll notice that this one is currently dark blue and these two are cyan. That means that the dark blue one is our one that's currently selected, and we can toggle between these simply by clicking on them, and it'll just let you know which one is selected by being highlighted in the darker blue.
Once our guidelines have been set, we are ready to import our logo. I'll choose File, Place. Choose the appropriate folder where the symbol has been saved and then double-click. When my cursor is black, you will notice a tiny black arrow in the top left-hand side of the symbol. When I move to where the guides meet, it turns white. When it remains outside of the guide, it remains black. Place the symbol in the top left intersection of the two previously set margin guides. Click one time to place the logo. Now that we have placed our logo, we are now going to make a line underscore below the symbol. In the toolbox to the left-hand side of the page, click the Line tool. You're going to want to start from the edge of the right margin. As you can see, the line moves with your mouse. If you hold the Shift key, the line becomes straight. Not only does holding down the Shift key make the line straight, it also auto-places the line right below the symbol. Once the line is set, you can lower the line by using the down arrow key on your keyboard. Doing so will provide space between the line underscore and the symbol. Once the spacing is complete, we can check our work by clicking the selection tool, clicking away, and using preview mode. Once we are satisfied with our work, we can return to normal vision.
Now that our letterhead is back in normal view, we're going to move down to the bottom of the page where we're going to get a text box right at the bottom in the footer area, which is where we're going to put the rest of our company's important information. So we are going to start typing Patrick, Henry, and Associates, which is the name of our law firm. And if you want to zoom in on your text, you can hit Command plus or Control plus, and it will zoom in just like I did. So we're going to type the rest of our information, and that is the main features of the company, which is online estimates and live chat, which really set them apart from their competition. And then also their email address where you can reach them at any time. And now that we have all of this information in, we are going to select all. So Command A, or Control A, and we're going to change things like the font. And for this, we are going to change the font to, it's called Myriad. Which is down here, Myriad Pro. And we just want the condensed text. And then we are going to choose up here, we're going to make it optical spacing so that the letter spacing is even and more proportionate. And there's even spacing between every letter. Now, sometimes it'll give you spelling errors or suggestions in situations like that. And in that case, you go up to edit and you're going to check what your spelling is under. And if it's under dynamic spelling right here, that's when you have to choose to ignore them or fix them. So now that we know that, we can select our text again, and we're going to center it just like that. And
to finish off designing the letterhead, we're going to insert a line along the bottom margin right above where that text we just inserted. So we're going to go over here, we're going to select the line tool, and then we're going to go down right above this pink line. We're going to hold shift and drag our line out to 7 inches. Once we've got that done, we're going to go over here, we're going to add about a 50% tint just for appearance purposes. At this point, we're done with the line. So we're going to go over, we're going to click the selector tool, and we're going to pick the line up and drag it down to the bottom here. When it's down there, this pink line means that it's centered, so we know we've put it in the right place. At this point, we're now done with the design, but to make this a template, what we're going to do is we're going to click the text box, and we're going to drag out a text box throughout this square here. Once this is done, we're going to right align it and type the word date, so whoever's using the template knows that this is where the date goes. Then we're going to skip a line, left align, and type dear followed by a comma and a space. This is where the letter starts. Now we're officially finished with the letterhead. Now you got to save the document. File, save as, whatever the letter is, letterhead name is, letterhead finished product, and then save, and you're done.